Restarting it.
Alright.
Now it should be live. Maybe.
Maybe.
Is it
Not
live?
yet.
No,
We'll
it's
have-
live.
No,
Yes.
it's not live.
Okay.
Uh,
Hello there. It's probably live already, so yeah, it is actually live. So today we have a special stream that is about the new video that came out on Friday. Okay. So, there is. We are definitely not watching the stream here on the side. Yes. So we're going to discuss our trip to Lake Como and
Lake Como!
yes. So I am Avela. This is
Strike.
and I also have the legend. You are on stream now. Yes, we can first say hello to the people. Charlie was here a lot before the stream,
Yes.
so good job. And Percy.
We'll see. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why Dad almost fell in the Mr. JT Gungan scared him so bad.
Slapped him with a gooba fish.
Okay, well, we are gonna start the stream with showing some pictures.
Very well.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
Oh, and Dad, I guess, can't see the pictures. Oh, by the way, let's go back. So, we are testing a new way to stream, so this is all a bit work in progress, so yeah, but it should work. I hope you can hear us right now. Anyway, the first picture. Elias, tell us. Oh, I said your real name. Oops. Strike, tell us.
No. Well, I mean, here we have one of the locations that's part of the deleted scenes, or well, I mean, it is a deleted scene, but they're like the actual scene itself you won't find anywhere because it was never published, not even on like any extra stuff. There's only like a picture of it, and
Yeah, it's in a park.
yeah.
And there should be more. Yeah, here you can see the very rainy
Very rainy.
stairs. There is a man on Camino.
Man on Camino, yeah.
Very good. There is a
Legend on Camino.
Yeah, I mean, most of this you have already seen maybe in the video, but just in case you haven't seen, and there's some pictures that are a bit different. Like, as you can see here, because the clouds were a bit moving, you could see the mountains in the back, so it looked pretty cool, but that was like for a split second, and then it was clouds. And here's the same picture again, that's very good. Oh, wait.
It's repeating.
Okay, looks like...
Preparation, guys!
My slideshow messed up, so we can...
No more pictures. Alright.
Anyway, let's look at the comments or the chat. Yes, that river looked like it was moving fast. I'm sure Avela's dad is a strong swimmer at least. Well, do you have any comments about this?
Let's say, I think I would have died. Really, it was so rapid. The river, it was so fast, and yeah, I wouldn't have been on this stream now if it would have been if I would have jumped into it.
But
yeah.
we would have caught it in 4K.
Yeah, that's true. I think that video would have gone viral at least.
It would have been
Certainly.
taken down for...
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, but maybe not if you would have blurred my face, then maybe not.
Yes, and by the way, if anyone has any like questions about either Lake Como itself or like other shooting locations, then let us know, because
Yes.
I mean, we are streaming because we want to talk to you guys, so...
Yeah, and I mean, we're very well aware that particularly people that live even further away from Italy might have never been there, so if you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah. Oh, And Percy says that no, Jar Jar would have saved you.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, I mean, first, I guess because my slideshow didn't work, we can then just start talking about the trip itself. Like first of all, why did we do the trip? I think my dad can answer to that one.
Yeah, I mean, the big reason of the trip, or just going to Germany in first hand, was to get strike stuff from there to Finland. And then I was like, wait a minute, it's not that far away from Italy. Okay, it was like 500, 600 kilometers. But anyway, then I was like, yeah, just go for Lake Como also. Mm, that's it.
And the rest is history.
The rest
Yep.
is history. Wet history, but history.
And I guess one thing, since the slideshow kind of crashed on itself, since our Le Como video isn't really that long, if you would like to have some sort of idea of how it looked there, I'm sure you could literally just watch that video real quick and then just come back if you're interested. Otherwise,
Yep.
also watch it after the stream if you
And
haven't.
if you're watching a replay, then just
Right.
pause the stream and watch the video.
Yes.
What are you doing? Anyway, well, that the question of why we went there. I mean, we went to like with car to Germany to get his stuff. That was the main reason. And that's also why we then only stayed at Lake Como for one day. I mean, it might seem a bit stupid to drive all the way to Italy and then stay one day and it rains and then your trip is ruined. So
Which totally was, but hey, that's who we are. That's how we roll. High risk, low reward. No.
Yeah,
and
and I mean, we also had like we had the option to go one day later, I think, but it was also like it was impossible to say is it going to rain the whole weekend or whatever. So we just pick one and hope for the best, and it didn't turn out well.
yeah. Yes, JT was asking if we plan on going again, and it's on his bucket list, and we need a non-rainy redemption.
I full-heartedly agree. I mean, those two will go into detail about their first trip to Lake Como, because it wasn't their first, it was my first, but I would definitely be on board for a Naboo round 2, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and if JT is on board, then I will come to. I mean, third time the charm. Or how do you say it? So yeah.
yeah, because as we said in the Gollum. Hello.
Gollum.
High risk.
Hey. Quote of first memorable quote of 2024. Yes.
Yes. So we went there. That when was it? 2017.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, 2017, and I mean that was also kind of like extempore, just like we are in Switzerland, let's just drive to Lake Como. But that time we were pretty lucky with the time with the weather. But I mean, normally in Italy it doesn't rain this much. Like this was because we went late on, so yeah. So that time we got to sort of actually take nice pictures and stuff, but of course then we weren't able to line up the shots so nicely and stuff, so
because we were literally in danger of getting blown away.
yeah, so I would like to go a third time to get the actual sort of and footage of like sort of the accurate scenes almost or
and also like things like seeing the other side of like the lake properly, because I mean basically like on most of the pictures like it almost looks like you edited and like the background is just white because like it was like so foggy, rainy that like the light was reflecting. It was like you could barely see the other side.
And JT is already excited about that.
All right.
Oh, he's coming. Okay, that's good. And I can then I can be the driver, because driving in Italy it's like mamma mia, it's so crazy. I mean, I've been driving in Italy. I think that was the fourth time I was driving, and it's as crazy as always. And we had sort of like we have two options to drive to Lake Como. One, we would have driven more in Italy. I was like, no, just take a little bit longer route and then drive a little bit, just only a little bit in Italy because I mean they are crazy drivers. Yeah.
I mean, I think we had like on the road, I think we had like at least two near death experiences with like a car literally like taking over in like a really like niche like corner and like yeah, the Italians are crazy. If any Italians in the comments, just stop. You can't defend yourself. All right, just stop.
No, no. And I mean, I was driving. We were driving totally with Avel. I think it was like 5,500 kilometers, and near that experience were only like for 200 kilometers. The one we had in Italy, so tells it everything.
Yes. Then Max has a question for us. Minus the rain, how does it compare to visiting some of the other locations? I mean, first of all, it was also raining when we visited
Right,
other locations because London.
Let's not get twisted about that. Same thing.
Yes, but I mean, I would say, I mean, just the location itself is so iconic and that they really didn't change almost anything. The only thing they did was to edit out the villages on the other side of the lake. I mean, now I couldn't even see them, but like other than that, it's literally like stepping onto Naboo, so that's the magic. Whereas Andor is definitely more like edited and stuff, so it's different.
Yeah,
What would you say?
I mean, I would certainly say that like, I mean, Andor was definitely like, I mean, it was very cool, but yeah, I mean, it's obviously not on the same level because I mean, Andor just doesn't have that punch weight, like you know, a main filming location for the prequels. I would certainly say for the Andor locations, it almost made more sense that it was raining because of sort of the dark vibe that the show had in general. For Naboo, it was kind of like a complete like counter to how we usually see Naboo, with like very sunny and I mean, to be fair, mostly usually in summer there it's very sunny. So. But yeah, I mean, as Avila just said, like it is truly like mind blowing when you're actually then stepping in those places where you know like those people stood to film some of your favorite scenes from your favorite movies. So yeah, it is pretty surreal, and I mean, especially because I mean, pretty much everything from that whole sort of like family like island scene, like with deleted scenes and stuff, was filmed there. So it was just really cool to being able to not even just see one place, but it just had pretty much all of them. So
yeah, and it was not hard to find them. Like you see it and you're like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. It's really like, I mean, there has been not really anything done to it, and I mean, it still pretty much looks the same.
Yeah, the only thing they did to the actual villa, they like put the fake like sort of tower with the, what do you call it, like the roof, that thingy. Like that's the only.
Well, I mean,
thing
it's
they,
edited. Yeah, right.
They,
so like the you know the classical Naboo green sort of ceilings. I don't know what. Yeah, but you know what I mean. That's edited, so it doesn't have that. But
yes. These towers nurse out through the attack of the clones where you secret wedding behind the back of the Republic and the Jedi.
The Jedi Order is sitting right there.
Oh, but I mean, speaking of weddings, I mean, it is a very popular wedding location. Not just for Star Wars fans, it seems to be sort of like a trendy location. Otherwise, it is very expensive though. And last time we were there, we saw a wedding. This time, we also saw a wedding.
Yeah.
And those people definitely had a bad time.
Definitely had a bad time. Like they were, and it was actually, I mean, it was not the rehearsal even. No, it was like the actual wedding on the day when we were there. So you can just imagine from the footage you've seen of us, like, and they were like all just in like a very like small, they have like sort of like a summer house sort of thingy there. and like some of the guests were like outside already completely wet, so they were also not having a great time.
Oh, where did
Oh,
Dad go?
the legend
Oh, no.
disappeared.
Wait.
Did you do something? You did
Oh,
something.
I think I did something.
Can you
What
stop
did I
clicking
do?
around?
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
I'm back again. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So did I miss
That's why I
anything?
said work in progress.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Um,
But about the weddings, I mean, we had a crap time, sort of like a crap time, but we could go there like for the third time or the fourth time. But I mean, having the most important day of your life, sort of, at least if you're getting married the first time, then I mean, they had a really terrible. It was terrible. Yeah, I felt really sorry for the girls and then usually there's like celebrities, like they're like Finnish celebrities that had also actually get married at that actual place. So it's probably like 30,000-40,000 euros for the wedding. I don't know. Yeah. So
yeah,
so
it
us
depends on the
driving there
people.
and
Uh,
missing good pictures of photo options, it wasn't that bad after all.
hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know how well you can see it from the video, but it was actually raining so hard. It was like there was thunder also, I think, in the morning or evening of that same day. Like it was actually.
I think the most accurate part where you could actually see how strong it was, like raining and like being windy, was when the legend is like, "Can you feel it? It's Darth Vader!" You know, when we're all like sort of like, "Whoa!" That is probably like that. That's how it was pretty regularly. So.
Yeah, and I mean, rain is not that bad, sort of, but cold rain is not fun. And this was
Can
cold
I
rain,
magic
definitely
trip
cold
lift
rain.
your legend? Best trip. This a tripping.
This is tripping.
This a
tripping.
act of 2020.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I've been like in the Ecuador rainforest during heavy rain, and it was almost the same as the rain in Como. So it was, yeah, I feel really fortunate to have this experience.
Yeah, because we had umbrellas, but when the water is coming sideways, the umbrella doesn't help you.
Yeah, and I mean,
No.
literally not kidding. I mean, there were parts where like the rain literally was just hitting you completely sideways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had umbrellas, but the umbrellas we forgot in Germany, so we had to buy new umbrellas. So the first thing we were doing in Italy was like, yeah, just try find an umbrella in 9 in the evening. It wasn't that easy, but we find two, and they were probably the smallest umbrellas in the world. They were really small, so I had to buy some more than at the local shop.
Yep, because when we arrived, it was also already raining quite bad. And Percy is asking if we have another trip planned, Star Wars location or not. I mean, we are, I guess, at the moment kind of thinking about what we can and can't do this year, but yeah, at least we're planning to go to Japan next year, but yeah.
Nothing specifically exclusively filming location wise planned as of yet. We have a ton of ideas, but you know, even if it's, you know, in Europe, that doesn't mean that it's cheap, and well,
Yeah.
so we'll see. But
I wouldn't mind going to Tatooine.
Yeah, I do want to go to Tatooine. I want to
Yeah.
go to Tunisia. JT says the Alec Guinness Diner restaurant place was an interesting touch. You didn't know. Yeah, I also didn't know that was like a very, I don't know, like secret. No, not secret, but like fun fact. But
well, also because it doesn't have anything to do with Star Wars. Because I mean, Alec Guinness wasn't involved in Star Wars filming on Naboo, so
yeah.
So I mean that's just sort of more a fun fact about the actor. But yeah, I didn't know that before either.
Yeah,
was that in this one book thing?
No, it wasn't. I found it on a website, but I think they found it in a book. So yeah, I mean, if we go there again, then I would like to go to the restaurant just to be like, Alec Guinness was his favorite restaurant, or something like that.
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, and the next time we go, I need some extra pair of shoes because my shoes were destroyed and they were totally wet. But I had to have them on me because I was driving the car for like 400-500 kilometers more, and then I went to this local German shoe shop with my wet shoes, and I was like trying to sort of like test new shoes. But the socks were already soaked wet because the shoes were so wet. So I was like, okay, I just had to buy the first shoes I tried because they were destroyed when I tried them. So yeah, but I got some new shoes from Germany and rip my old shoes.
Yeah. Um, I'll jump on that train. My shoes also did not survive Naboo. They had to be thrown away because they were just contaminated. Luckily, I had one second pair of shoes that I could then use, but yeah, those ones were gone.
Yeah, because this guy keeps onto his shoes like to the last breath pretty much. Those shoes already he had glued like 3 times, and the soles were just like hanging.
Hey, I mean,
It was
as long as you could wear them, you know, they're good. You know, they were good shoes.
Yeah, so maybe it was like the force made the water there, so you could get rid of the shoes finally.
So
Maybe.
Avila would
Who knows?
finally, you know, get her will and have
Mm.
me have new shoes.
Yeah, I think so.
Secret unraveled.
Was there? I was going to say something, but then I got sidetracked.
Never happens.
No, first time it happens ever. What did we talk about already?
No, I mean just continue. If you remember, then we can.
Well, I mean, I guess we could kind of talk about the first 2 locations where we went first to those stair thingies. I mean, it's just a deleted scene, and also not a very well known one. I mean, it's not even known like what part in the movie it would have been in because it's a bit.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much just two. Actually,
they're leaving Naboo because they're wearing the outfits they are wearing on Tatooine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Padme is wearing that thing. Yeah, so there's just one chance. So yeah, it would have been just like simply one scene where they would have sort of arrived from departing the island.
Yeah, so pretty much
on the
like
mainland.
Arrived to sort of.
Probably where they would get to the spaceport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that one. It's sort of like, okay, you are here, wow, but like.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, it's cool, and I mean, we'd even touch on it in the video that it did, it is understandable why it was, you know, taken into consideration to have some Naboo scene be filmed there because it really does look like Naboo.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that architecture there that is like fairly old at this point is like just very. Yeah, I mean, as of now, you know, you would say like Star Wars looking, but I mean, it's just very unique and nice looking.
Yeah, and definitely worth to visit. I mean, definitely worth to visit because and also like the how to say area around the lake is really like sort of common to all the lakes in Italy that you also have like mountains on the sides and really narrow. The streets are narrow, and then you have like buildings next to the lake, and it's really, I think it's really picturesque and really nice to see.
Yes, and then the second location, which was like the picnic or whatever it's called, like the field, meadow, something like, yeah, obviously the waterfalls don't exist, but the sort of hill. And it's sort of like, okay, why would you go to like a random grass place where they filmed? But like when you're there, why not? But yeah, I mean, as we said, we only had the coordinates, so.
And we felt the waterfall.
Without the waterfall.
Yeah.
We felt the waterfall. It was raining like a waterfall.
Oh. Yes.
I mean, it felt like we just walked through a waterfall, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then it's the funny fact. Yeah, funny fact for you out there. I mean, how to just I'm just telling how great I am because we had only 2 umbrellas in the beginning, and it was really raining really fast. So as you can see in the video, that actually I'm standing there without an umbrella. So that's how great I am.
Yeah,
but afterwards it wasn't. Yeah, but it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it because I was so totally soaked in water.
Yeah, it was
yeah
fun.
But I will say it was sort of, I mean, the coordinates, at least if those were in that way accurate, they would have led to a private property. I mean,
I
not
think we
that.
were already on private
I mean,
property.
not that we weren't already, but like it was actually like fenced off. But
There was cows there also.
there was cows there, but there was like one sort of more open field like next to it, and it actually looked still very similar. Like it was interesting. I mean, talking about getting nuts about movie sets and stuff because I'm like the kinds of flowers and stuff that grew on that field were also like the exact same. That like the sort of like the mix of stuff, like the color palette was like pretty much exactly the same. So it was just still pretty cool to see it. A cow field, really cool.
I'm really like having a stream about going to a cow.
Yeah, now that I think about it, maybe it was the Naboo like bugs. They were just deflated or something. Maybe it wasn't. I don't think it was cows actually. Now that I think about it.
I think one of them were actually Jar Jar Binks. I'm not really sure, but I think it was.
Yeah.
And JT says, I believe some shots of Teed were also filmed somewhere in Spain. Gonna make it a trip. Yeah, they filmed in Spain and then they filmed also in another city in Italy. I don't remember exactly what that place is called.
But the one in Spain specifically is the one where they walk next to the pillars, right?
No, I think it's inside Naboo Palace or Teed Palace. You can go inside, like the the big stairs and the throne room and all of that. You can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's definitely on the list. Also, there's few places that we definitely want to go, and those are, I guess, a bit closer than like Tunisia or for us going to the US to like Death Valley or what is it called, Redwood Forest. Yeah. Also, how much did it cost to go inside Villa del Balbionello? Avela's dad, please, you paid for it, so I don't know how much.
Yeah, actually, I don't remember, but because we had you can either buy just the entry to the place or then like the enter and a guided tour. And we took the entry and the guided tour because we were trying, as was told in the video, try to see one of the rooms, which we didn't see. So entry would be enough. I think it was something like 30 euros per person. So it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't that bad. And then you can stay there for as long as you want, sort of. But one thing you have to choose the time slot when you go, and then just go there and stay there.
Yeah, and I mean we can, I guess, a bit talk about the actual like place itself. So Villa del Balbianello is what it's called, and I mean I didn't really know much about it, but then since we went on that tour, we actually learned the history of the place and sort of what it is now. It was quite interesting. So do you wanna? Remember?
Yeah, I do remember. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but I mean originally like the villa was owned by some gentleman who was a part of like a more wealthy family that they owned like what was it, grocery stores? Yeah. And he was like quite active as an explorer like during, was it the 70s? I think it was like during the 60s or 70s.
Yeah, something like that.
It was like sort of fairly late because for the sort of funky stuff that he was doing, I would consider the 70s being quite late because he was like straight up, doing things like going to like sort of like very desolate places, and like he's got like a collection of like tribe like figures and stuff.
He went to North Pole.
Right, he went to the North Pole. I think he also was going to climb on
Mount Everest.
Mount Everest. Yeah. He went. But he was.
Right, he had heart problems, so he didn't go all the way. But still, I mean, and a bunch of other places and like a lot of very interesting stuff, and he was like had his own library there, and it's just
his collection, private collection. That's like he had some of the like stuff because he was alive still during the era where you could sort of privately take what you find.
Yeah.
So
Right, and also a lot of things were like sort of, it's also documented that he bought it from like auctions
Oh,
where it
yeah.
was like really sort of like either like old, like very like old paintings, or like those sort of artifacts where it's like nowadays no chance, you're not allowed to buy that sort of stuff. So in that sense, that's what I sort of meant with, I was surprised he was still able to do that in the 70s still. I mean,
And
but
he was sort of like you got the Indiana Jones vibe of him.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. And he also had like a bunch of like secret tunnels and doorways in his
Yeah.
house, because he like his, I don't know if it was just him or his family
His
that
family.
were, his family was like wanted by the red, oh gosh,
Red
what was it?
Brigade, I think.
Yeah.
Red Brigade, yeah. And he was like worried about assassination attempts, so
And also the villa was just his like summer house. He
Right.
didn't actually lived there.
just his summer house. You know, if you can afford such a small little cute summer house, and the villa to this day has like two gardeners
Yeah.
whose job it is exclusively to keep the garden and everything in shape.
Yeah, they work
Which
full
is-
time.
Yeah, which is a 24/7 job.
Yeah. Like you, well, I mean, they're in Star Wars also, like the trees that are like round like this. Like those are, like, it's very hard to keep the trees like that. But that's something I think because the guy, I think, what was his name? Like Martelli or Marzulli or something like that.
Yeah,
What
something.
was his name? But he testamented the whole place to, was it like an organization for
Yeah.
like artists and stuff?
Yes.
And they like take care of it, and then
Right.
but part of that, like the rules, there are like certain rules, like they're not supposed to change anything from since you lived there, and then also they are supposed to keep the trees looking like
Right.
that, and like certain like sort of rules that they have to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's not like owned by anyone anymore. It's like the organization that, I mean, owns it, but like
Yeah. They have
takes care of
art
it,
collections in there, but that's about it.
yeah, like art exhibitions. They
Mm.
had something weird at the moment
Yeah.
when we were there. But
Yeah. But quite interesting, like even from a non-Star Wars side, like real world side, also quite interesting if
yeah,
you're.
so if you ever
into
go
history.
there, then I mean I can recommend the tour. It was actually interesting, even though we didn't go into that one room we wanted to go to.
But I mean, who is to say that they might not change, you know, the rooms that they're showing? So maybe if you go one day,
Yeah,
you might be
well,
lucky.
we know
And
that they
actually,
did because
it was only
we saw
13
pictures.
euros to get inside the garden, so it's like
Oh.
nothing.
Mm.
And the guided tour is for 24 euros, and it's cheaper for students. So it really wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean since
And
also
also,
it's
and
not what is it called, like profit. They don't really need. They just need enough to take care of the place. So
Right.
yeah.
yeah, and like Strike told it, or was it Avela, that it was really interesting to take the tour. It was interesting.
Yeah, and there is like he has like his private. It was a library, I guess, but it was now like also a museum sort of for his stuff. And there was, for example, like this big sled from his North Pole expedition, and like a bunch of pictures. And he was like knighted also. He had like a.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know who knighted him and why, but
I think it was
Yeah.
the Catholic Church or the seat or the state of Italy.
Yeah.
And then there were
I
like
think it was
Ming,
hereditary.
and there were like Ming vases and a lot of valuables. So it was interesting, a really interesting place.
Yeah.
yes. And I mean, then I guess we can sort of. I mean, just like if someone's interested to go there, like, do we have any tips and tricks, like just about the area itself or something? I mean, we can just say first of all that there is a lot of like hotels were very close by, so you should be able to find
Yeah.
accommodation pretty close. And don't drive yourself, otherwise you'll die. Or you can hire the legend to drive you.
Right.
Yeah,
He'll do it.
just call me. Yeah,
yeah, I guess other than that, I mean, it's sort of, or I don't know, even if it's like even worth mentioning, but like sort of the way to the villa itself is like actually also quite a distance. It's nothing crazy, but it's
No, what was it? 5 kilometers?
From
Yeah,
where?
no, it couldn't have been that
no.
much. 2, maybe.
From the hotel
I
or
think
from
it
where?
just took us longer because it was raining and we were miserable.
I don't
It
remember.
it wasn't
I
that
think
bad.
it's
It was
in the video.
2-3 kilometers that we had to walk sort of from the small harbor.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
wasn't that bad. And I mean, if you go there, I think the biggest city is probably Milano, and then you can take train to Como, I think, and then there you could also take a local bus or then just rent a car if you want to drive there. But yeah, if you're really not a good driver, then yeah, it's not fun to drive in Italy. No.
Or especially if you're, yeah, if you're not like used to maybe different kind of driving styles from certain countries, like
Yeah. And also there is, like you can, from the city of Como, you can take a boat out
Yeah,
to
that's
the
true. Yeah.
village.
Mm.
And I mean, then you also get the sort of the iconic view of the villa itself. Like, so we
That's true.
haven't
That
done that, so we
no,
can't say
no.
more, but
The next time.
also,
next time.
yes, next time. But I mean, I guess that's pretty much it about Como itself. If someone still has some questions or something, then we can answer. But then we can just take a small second to talk about other locations and I guess like what we would like to do, and also if anyone's watching, you can tell us where you would like to go and why.
Or where you have been already.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that. I mean, I think Strike can start telling what is your dream location or something.
Ooh. Dream location. It's actually kind of a difficult one, I guess. I mean, the Lars's homestead is definitely up there.
Yeah, so Tunisia.
Yeah, Tunisia. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm like fairly open. I think any like sort of actual like major filming location I think would be quite cool. I mean, I think even just going to like Norway for the Hoff stuff or something, you know, like quote unquote as simple. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that one is sort of almost easy for us, doable. So, but you have to get there in winter and it's quite up north, so that's a bit of a problem. Strike trying to recreate the Anakin pose, but some kids were running in front of the shot. Used a little force.
Those little kids were grannies. I would have thrown over some grannies. Yeah.
Percy says that he's so far from any locations, but yeah, we need Guatemala would be cool. Yeah, I
That's
agree.
also good.
I'm more just like, I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to go to like Guatemala or South America again, but yeah, I mean that one is really cool. And of course like Tatooine in Tunisia, and then also, I mean, is it called Redwood Forest? I should know this.
Yes.
Yeah. Redwood Forest, so Endor scenes, Death Valley for other Tatooine scenes. And then one I also want to go is to Iceland. I mean, I have been to Iceland, but I haven't been to the specific location where they filmed some of the Rogue One stuff for that first planet that they're on.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but that one. I mean, that's pretty much all of them, I guess. Well, Norway. What else?
Yeah, I mean, that's more or less it.
But yeah, I want to go to all of them. But if I had to just pick one, I would pick Tunisia.
Yeah, I think I mean I've been once to the Death Valley, but I didn't think about the Star Wars location at that point. That would have been really nice to go and see. But then I would be really interested to go this one island from one of the new movies. You wouldn't be that excited to go there, but the one outside Ireland or something like that.
Yeah, the one they filmed Octo, so where Luke is exiled or whatever.
Yeah, because that seems to be like a really cool place and really special place. But yeah, and then Iceland. Iceland is on my bucket list, so yeah.
I mean, there is like a lot actually of, I guess, filming locations for like the sequels and some of the shows. Like they also filmed the Mando season 3, the Kalevala, but because I don't accept that version of Kalevala as real, so but that's a cool location.
Mando season 3 team, do better. Actually do
Yeah.
your research.
Yeah, and then there
Kaleva
is also,
should have been in Finland.
Yeah, it should have. If they knew the reference, then they would have done it in Finland.
Clear sign that the Clone Wars team was not involved in the making of that.
Yeah. Then there is in Dubrovnik in Croatia, where they filmed also Last Jedi, like the casino.
Gosh,
the
yeah,
salt
I
thing
always
is
mess
not
it
real.
up. Yeah, no, I know.
the Canto Bite when they ride with the animals through. I mean, because we have been to Croatia also, but if we go there again, it's quite a nice or what is it called? Just vacation spot. So if we would go there again, I would probably just go there just to see it. But
yeah, could be nice. Old town of Dubrovnik.
Yeah, but I guess it is like sort of like when you think about it, like even for like OT stuff, like then when you sort of like look at like like filming locations, it's actually not even that much. Because I mean, a lot of it is like actually just interior stuff of like space stations or bases, and in the prequels, well, a lot of it is like on set and with blue screen and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's actually not that much.
So what about the scene, when Yoda is teaching Luke in some sort of swamp or something?
It's on a
So
set.
is that some set? Okay, it's not real. Okay.
It's on set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the OT, there's a lot of interior stuff, but out of the planets, everything except Dagobah is real.
Yeah, when they're actually on a planet. Yep.
Yeah. But the problem is that these locations are in South America, North America, then Europe and Africa and everywhere. You could be a bit closer so we can do many at a time.
But then they wouldn't look so different from each other.
I guess. The Kashyyyk locations look really cool. What did they film Kashyyyk in person? I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I
Me
will
neither.
look it up right now.
I'm okay. Not even saying that it's wrong, but I would even think if they even took any sort of footage from there, that it was literally just parts of footage, because I know that the whole I've watched those behind the scenes stuff, and the Wookiees were people in costume, but they were blue screened into their environment. The clones were CGI. Luminara, I guess, along with the Wookiees, is real person. But
there is it is filmed actually, I guess, somewhere. I didn't actually even notice. So there are these kind of funky looking mountains and a beach, but otherwise it doesn't look.
Okay, but show the Kashyyyk,
really.
no, the Kashyyyk scene. No, there.
Yeah, the trees are not real, but that looks really nice. So I would definitely go there if I had a chance.
Yeah, but I guess they, at the very least, took heavy inspiration from those mountains in the background, or might have even actually taken some footage.
Yeah, supposedly they filmed there actually. So.
Yeah, I guess. So I guess it is a filming location with heavy
And that's pretty cool.
heavy
though.
touch up with CGI. But
I have also been to Thailand, but I have not been there. So
yeah,
I'm
when you
going.
arrive at that beach, if it actually sort of looks like this somewhere, and then you're gonna be like, where did the trees go? They took away the life trees.
Oh no. Okay, let's see where in Thailand is it? It is kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Right, where is Bangkok? I don't know. Oh wait, no, it's not in the
No.
middle. It's like south in the well, in the like island part, of course.
It's in the Gulf of.
Yeah, but I mean, Thailand is not that expensive to go to. So.
Did not know that. So, Percy, thank you for pointing that out.
Thank you for that information. Other than that, we have already been streaming for almost 50 minutes. If my slideshow would have worked, then we would have had more to show. But I don't know what happened.
If you want to see more and you haven't already, watch the video.
Yeah, and I posted most of the pictures on Instagram. So.
Yeah, and if you need a driver or tips on driving in Italy, just call me. Mamma mia! And remember to eat pizza, because the pizza in Italy is just
Yeah,
certainly.
We forgot to say that part.
Yeah, that was definitely a sweet moment after coming back from the Villa Balbionello, because right after that, like, we had to save ourselves to like a pizza place because it was dearly needed, and
it was
oh
really
my,
good.
pizza in Italy is just so good.
yeah, and then some handmade ice cream as dessert.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that definitely sweetened.
Yeah,
the
there's
experience.
one. Yeah. So there's one place next to the villa that actually they have like this really crazy good ice cream. So go there too.
Yes.
No.
But I guess that's it for the stream. We have a couple things that we want to, I guess, tell anyone who is watching.
Yep.
So first of all, join the Discord.
In all seriousness, if you haven't already, join the Discord. We do a lot of fun stuff there, like as we're going to announce in just a second. We're planning on doing a community gaming night next week on the weekend. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that. Other than that, it's just a really fun place to hang out. We're really trying to make it a really cool environment to just have some Star Wars discussions, Star Wars talks, and all that. So if you're interested in that, we would love it if you would join us.
Yes, and we'll probably be in voice chat after this. So
Yeah, I'm there also. So if you want
Right.
the tips for Italy driving or driving
Which
whenever
is
you in the place,
the
well,
main
just
takeaway here,
go there.
the legend is in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and so next week we're gonna do, or if we have enough interest, then we will do some sort of gaming thing. Depending on who wants to be there, then you can decide what. We have some options of different games we can play. And other than that, next week, video about my Mando armor. That's gonna be
very hype.
a long one, but
it's a good one. I think your guys gonna like it.
yeah, and then no stream next week, but yeah, join the Discord so you know every time when there is a stream.
Yes.
Yes, but wait, was there something else? I need to make sure that I didn't
One
forget.
last check.
No, there was nothing else. But thank you for watching, if you're watching right now, or if you're watching later, or at any point, then big thank you, and hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.